Hello, this is Judy Sherman, and I'm here today to talk to you about the economy and what we can do to help us make it through these wonderful times that we're living in. What's been going on? In case you haven't been watching the news, we are on the verge of a recession or a depression or something. They haven't decided what we're going through. I think they're going to wait until after the Christmas season to make that decision. Anyway, this is in November. Well, actually it's December 1st. My goodness, already. And so they are talking about what's going on in the shopping, that if people's shopping habits don't change, that it's going to be the worst that it's ever been, and it's very bleak is what they're reporting. It's like, it doesn't matter how good it is. It was better than it was last year this time, they said, but no matter how good it is, it's never good enough, according to the news. So if you listen to the media, you're going to get everything is bad, and if you listen to the experts, you're going to hear, well, there's some good shining moments. So I want to talk to you about that today. I've done a video in the past, how to protect peace of mind, and I want to kind of work today on being prepared provides peace of mind and how we can do that. I was reading an article on, I think it was Diggs, from Glenn Beck, and he talked about how we got here at the spot we're in, and you know, what happened and what we can do about it. And the main thing he says is, you know, there's some bright things to this. We at least know what we're dealing with, and we can prepare for that, and we can adjust the way we deal with things. I think that's really good advice. Let me just talk to you for a little bit about the things that I've done to help prepare. I'm not proclaiming that I'm an expert at it, because I'm not. I'm probably like many of you. I bet some of you have prepared better than I have. But let me just kind of go over some of the things that I wanted to cover today. In my newsletter called ourdaysreports.wordpress.com, it's titled Emergency Supplies Suggestions, I think. Anyway, I want to talk to you about our economy right now and how we can deal with that. Like I was saying, I read that article by Glenn Beck. It was a very good article. If you get a chance to go to his site, I suggest you read it. Basically, what the economists are saying is we contribute to a depression, or at least a recession, if we don't go out and spend, and if we can't use credit. I guess credit is an important part. I'm not an economic expert. I don't ever expect to be. But this is what the experts are saying, is that if we don't spend and we don't use credit, that it's going to send our economy into a depression, or not a depression, into a recession, and possibly into a depression. They don't really know. We are in a situation that it's a new ball game. They have never been this place before. At least they claim that. I think there's a lot of similarities to the Depression, and when government got involved, it made it worse. When they just left it alone and let the economy kind of balance itself out, you know, shift and settle, then things worked out fine. So big government in this situation is not healthy for the economy. So what is healthy for the economy? Well, I don't know what's healthy for the economy, but I know what's healthy for our families. What's healthy for our families is to start preparing for tight situations. We need to have extra food for, you know, who knows, there might be an oil strike, there might be a hard time getting gas, you could have truckers strike, you could have grocery store workers strike, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can happen. There could be some kind of an emergency in your community. All I know is that you need to have some sort of food storage, at least 2 weeks supply, at least. a month or two would be better. So you don't feel like it's a ball and chain. Another thing you can do is take money that you spend on something frivolous like expensive coffee, and you can take that money and buy cheaper coffee and then put the difference into a cup. Take your change and stick it into a cup, or take your change and put it into dollars, or however. But just find different ways so that you can start saving your money. The little money that disappears all the time on miscellaneous things, those are a good place, a good resource to start looking for extra money to put aside. One of the things that I've done is put aside commodities that I think can be used in trade, because in a situation like in a disaster, if you have stored commodities that you can trade with, then you can get things that you're short on and you can help somebody else out. Toilet paper, toothpaste, paper towels, those are really good extra commodities. Extra water, packaged food, some of those things in the space age plastic pouches, those are really good to have around because they can go through a lot. They can go through an awful lot. So I suggest you do that and have things that you can trade. Food, water, cigarettes. I wouldn't suggest alcohol. In an emergency, alcohol might not be a good idea. But things like that are good things to have around. Matches, kindling, all kinds of different things that you think people might need. One last thing I want to talk to you about is taking care of the things that you have. People in the days that I grew up, they mended their socks, they mended rips in their clothes, they took care of their clothes so they didn't get stained, and they mended their clothing, or put patches on, or they prepared their food for a couple of meals, and they saved it in the refrigerator instead of throwing it away. They took care of their shoes. They had shoes for play and shoes for church and shoes for dress up. We did stuff like that. Just do things that use common sense, that will make your clothes last longer, that will keep your food longer so that you don't waste it. And don't do stupid things like run outside in the cold with shorts on and a tank top and wet hair, and then wonder why you get sick, and then you have to pay money to go to the doctor and to get medicine. I mean, just common sense stuff. To just don't do things where you think you might get hurt. Just be sensible in the things that you do instead of being so carefree, and pay attention to the things that you're doing, and teach your children to do the same thing. And so anyway, let me go ahead and bring a conclusion to this. I want to talk to you more later on this subject of being prepared. It provides peace of mind. But for now, let me go ahead and stop here, because I've already used up too much time on the video, and I can't publish it if it's too long until I figure out how to do a better job of publishing. So right now I have to use YouTube, and that means not more than 10 minutes. So I'll let you go for now, and then I'll talk to you later. Thanks.